There's a few guys. They come in and it's more of I want to be the fighter and have that image. So they're good at one thing and they're not putting all the game into it. They don't have like the wrestling or the jiu-jitsu, and they'll focus just on one point. So I have to sit there and tell them like, hey, well, like you can't be good at just one thing. The sport's evolved, especially for MMA, and it's always evolving. So you gotta try and keep up with it or move on. So I just gotta keep on them. Make sure they work. Just push them.
Are you always pushing it?
Always pushing, yes. Always pushing.
When you are pushing Marcio, I saw you like you're pushing him.
Yes.
You're never giving him a minute for rest.
No. Nope. There's no rest for these guys. I gotta push them so they can win their fights. It's just how it is. If you're not putting in the work, then you're probably gonna get beat. I wanna make sure all these guys put in the work, make sure they're on top of their game, that way they win. They can stay on top. That's not a problem. It's actually good because then he's able to listen and learn. So if he doesn't have the mentality, oh, I'm a big fighter, I'm buff and tough, that means he's open to suggestion, and then I can work with that. But if they come in here like big meatheads, it's hard to work with because they're stubborn, they're like a brick wall, they don't want to listen. But if someone comes in here with not a fighter mentality, he's big, but he's able to listen, and he does everything that he's told, he'll learn. He'll get there. Yeah, I mean, you can have a strong mind and still not be a beefhead. Like, you don't have to be that big, buff, tough guy and not listen. Like, if he's listening, he's learning. So, yeah, not a problem. He can learn. He'll have a strong mind if he's listening. Just mentally strong. Mentally strong. He knew the basics. Basic wins fights. You don't have to do all the flashy stuff. Stick to the basics and you'll probably win. So he probably stuck to the basics and he had a strong mind. Just move forward. They like to go a little bit harder than everybody else. Yeah, so that's how I recognize it. If I see someone swinging for the fences, yeah, it's usually those guys. It's a good thing. It's not bad. In sparring, hey, you have to have hard sparring every once in a while. Now, do I agree with it being every day? No, not at all. That's why we don't do it every day. Otherwise, your body's just going to break down and it's going to be pointless. But maybe 2-3 times a day or 2-3 times a week is, hey, that's good. Well, my best trainer, like I said before, I got really like encouraged in the whole movie scene from Olivier Gruner. He was an action movie star back in the 90s. He ended up being my best friend and the best man at my wedding. He was also one of my coaches. He's a kickboxing world champion from France. And so he's probably one of the best coaches I've ever had. So I would say Olivier. It seems like we got a good set of guys right now. So probably a good 80 to 90% of them will stay. Probably out of the 10, probably 8 will stay and go pro, and if not already are pro. So they'll stay in the game for a while, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's a big percentage.
Huh?
No, it's a very big percentage.
Oh yes, yeah, it is. But these guys, they put in the work. They're here every day, and it doesn't seem like they want to quit. This is what they want their life to be, and you can just tell, like, out of those 10, out of the 10 people that were here today, probably 8 of those people will stay and have a career. Yes. I don't really work with the beginners, but I have watched them a few times, and they got work to do, but they're making the effort and they're putting in the work, so they'll get there. They just got to keep putting in the work, just like anybody.